What's up, enthusiasts? Jangular here. Sit back, relax, and let's talk. Most of the content you see on this channel is scripted, pre-recorded, edited, and just kind of made to be succinct or attempt to be succinct and short to make viewing easier for all of you. However, I don't always want to just do that kind of short form, get as much information crammed in as I can, as quickly as I can, and speaking as quickly as I can so that, it's as short as possible. Sometimes I just want to kick back and talk about something. Just kind of express my opinions, my thoughts, and just kind of in a relaxed format. So been thinking maybe I would add these kind of, just laid back talking videos every so often. I don't think we'll call this one like Jang Talks or something. I don't know. Something simple. But I probably will change the background for these in the future. This was just kind of spur of the moment. Thought I'd do it. So I may do it. Actually, behind the green screen is the pegboard set up for all the Nerf stuff. I may do it in front of those in the future, but that's something to decide going forward. Today, I wanted to talk about World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft gets a lot of hate for a lot of good reasons, honestly, but with the release of the Legion expansion, man, I have been hooked. The launch was Monday at midnight, going into Tuesday. Since then, I've been playing almost non-stop every day. I hit 110 last night. Today is Friday, so Thursday, so day 3 of the expansion, I hit 110. Not crazy fast, not a speed demon or anything, but it was a good experience. Man, I've been playing Warcraft or World of Warcraft since vanilla, since beta. And I've got a lot of great memories, a lot of friends I've made through the game, a lot of great experiences in the game. However, the game, as a lot of people will say, took a turn for the worst and has kind of gone downhill each expansion. So, as little as, 6 months ago, I was really just hating on this expansion. Warlord's a drainer, just drained me. I didn't really play much. I'd log in, do my, garrison quest stuff, and log out, and I wasn't really excited for Legion because it just seemed like more of the same. Then, about a month ago, I started reading some things, seeing some things, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll, give it a shot. Maybe it might be worth it. Who knows? The leveling experience in Warlords was a lot of fun. They actually did it really well. I hate leveling, but I felt engaged enough in Warlords to, see it through and do it relatively quickly. And in Legion, man, they took it to the next level. I hit 110 and I was reading almost every quest text. Like, I normally just like click, click, go, click, click, go. This was like, all right, what's going on in the story? I want to follow this. And I was so surprised. I couldn't believe how engaged I was and how engaged I still am. Now, before I get into what's happening post 110, I want to talk about the Legion launch, which wow, this is the best launch I've been a part of, and I think that's really a good note for this expansion coming out of Warlords, because people want to forget Warlords as quick as possible. It left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and it's good it's gone. So everyone was kind of expecting, the standard servers going down all the time, big queues and all that, and we didn't really get it. And some people had some issues here and there, but my experience, all I can talk about is my experience. My experience was, I was online, 15 minutes before the expansion dropped, and I'm just sitting next to the portal of Dalaran watching people run through and click the portal and go, and it was kind of a relaxing thing to do. I may actually weave in some footage here and there of those things while I'm talking. Maybe not, but we'll decide on that later. But the expansion actually launched early, which was nice. Like, it was only 2 minutes early or something like that, but still, it was nice that they were so on top of things that, things were ready. I think Warlords from Right actually started a couple minutes late. I mean, grant this is like a few minutes. It's not a big deal, but still, it was just like kind of a nice sign going into it. And then, I took the Portal of Dalaran, did the, initial quest thing, and I experienced almost no lag. There was not overcrowding. It was just smooth for the most part. I experienced one issue on launch night at midnight. Played for about an hour, 15 minutes that night. But I had one issue, and the issue took me 3-4 minutes to resolve. It wasn't, monsters. It was like they had one spot where there were a bunch of people trying to accomplish one thing to go to a zone, to the Broken Isles. And that was where things were bottlenecking. But it didn't take that long to actually complete. I didn't experience any queues until last night. So until day 3 of the expansion, I didn't experience any queues. Which is absurd. I'm playing on Tichondrius, which is one of the most populated servers there is. And I experienced no queues. The queue I experienced last night was like 10 minutes, maybe? And that was at like prime time hours. I'm used to like 3 or 4 hour queues on this server. So this was just like... there have been some DDoS, issues, but it hasn't been like taking down servers for hours and hours or, messing people up for prolonged, at least that I've seen. I'm sure there are some people that are, the exceptions to the rule and have had horrible experiences. I feel sorry for them because it seems like the majority of us have had fantastic experiences for this launch. And when the DDoSes were hitting, I think I've been disconnected 3, maybe 4 times. And each time it's been like no more than 5 minutes. And it's like, oh no, I have to get up and go to the bathroom and, fill my water and yeah, it wasn't like, oh man, I can't play for hours. It was just like a mild inconvenience. So, this should be something we expect and how things should be, but all too often it's not the case and things don't go smoothly and whatnot. So I really want to give props to Blizzard for stepping it up for this expansion because it was needed. People were falling off and people weren't expecting much, I think, from this expansion. If you weren't following it closely and seeing the changes that were being made, you probably weren't expecting much of anything from it. I know I really wasn't. I was hating on the artifact system, the class halls, all kinds of stuff. And, I can't say this is a good expansion yet. I really need to preface or stress that it is far too early to call this a good expansion. It has been a good launch. And it's important to differentiate those things. The launch has been great for me. We're not even a week in, so I can't say how the expansion is going to go. But I'm excited now for the rest of the expansion. I'm actually curious to see what's going to happen. And the stories in this expansion have been fantastic so far. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Post 110, when I hit 110 last night, normally after I finish leveling, because I'm not a big fan of leveling, I need to take a break for like a day or two and just kind of do some other things. I played one game with a BF1 beta last night and was like, I'm going to get back to WoW. I got to see what's going on. There's like more quests. I finished questing. I did almost all the quests in the zones to get to 110. Now I have access to Suramar, which is the level 110 zone. And I thought it was just going to be like, oh, here's some stuff to go grind. And while there are daily quests, they've changed kind of the way they're being done. And there is a storyline going. They're voice-acted storylines. And the voice acting is really drawing you in. Or drawing me in, at least. And they've got the cutscenes going on, more of them than previously done. And I feel more immersed than I have in WoW in quite a while. Years upon years. And that's just really exciting to me. I'm excited to go back in and do more questing and push the storylines forward and see what's going to happen next. Because there's a lot changing in this expansion in terms of story that, at first I was kind of annoyed with, but I'm excited now. I'm very curious to see how this progresses, and I hope Blizzard continues to do it well and they don't kind of fall off on content because they've overloaded the front end of this, the beginning experience. I'm hoping that doesn't mean the middle kind of tapers off and we hit a lull. Granted, I may be investing time quicker than others into this, and others will experience this at a slower rate and not feel a lull, but that's just a personal concern that I'm hoping Blizzard will continue with the quality of content throughout this expansion. I feel like I've probably gone on for a good while, so if you've hung around for the end of this, thank you all so much for listening to me just talk with you. I have enjoyed doing this. I think I'm going to make this a regular thing. Hopefully you all have enjoyed hanging out for this. Now, it's not always going to be gaming discussion. It could be gaming, could be Nerf, could be other hobby things. This is kind of going to be my catch-all talking series, I guess, where we just get to talk about topics. You can suggest topics to talk about. Might be something that happened to me during the week. Could be any number of things. So yeah, let me know what you think about background as well, because this, I'm thinking, is not what I really want. It may be the Nerf wall. It may be green screening something in, but I feel like having a live background is better. So I don't know. We might go with the Nerf wall for the next one, but that's that. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you have suggestions for the title of this series. Right now it's just going to be called Jang Talks, because that's simple and easy to do. But if you've got suggestions or I come up with something, we might change it. But yeah, if for some reason you've stumbled onto this channel and this is your first video, we normally do Nerf-themed videos and gaming videos. The channel is in transition right now to be a Nerf and gaming channel. So it's going to be eventually about 50-50 on content between both things. So we'll have a good mix of content for everyone, hopefully, to enjoy. But I'm continuing talking, and I need to shut it down. This is why I do scripted videos, because otherwise I'm just not going to shut up. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.